Yeah, I'm Murli Mukund from Jubilees Public School. I'm the chairman there. Uh, Today's meeting is about personalized learning. This is more relevant because the education field has seen a lot of changes from textbooks to electronic books. So now we have instead of books, we have Facebooks. So technology has totally transformed the scenario. So then how to use this technology? Technology is a double-sided weapon. So you have to use technology in a proper way. So personalized learning is very, very important because it will bring out the natural talent of the child, which in the present examination system doesn't recognize. It only the routine examinations and routine grades. So this will help the child to work from anywhere, from at home. The main concept is like learn anywhere, anytime, at any point of time. So the child has control, the pace, the path, the place-based learning. So this is a better way, and it is very much needed. Only thing is the government has to recognize this blended learning and make it part of the curriculum. So unless then only this personal learning will be more useful, and mostly the parents have to understand that this will help develop the potential of every child and make them successful leaders in future, and bring more scientists or more educationists, more they can perform better in their life. So personal learning is very, very essential. See, in Andhra Pradesh, education has its importance right from it used to be in Guntur, now it is in Hyderabad. It is there in a way they have helped education in the beginning, but down the line they have made education like a factory, where rigorous training or memorization or focus on the stress on the child. So down the line, the purpose of that education has gone in a wrong way. Though we produce many software engineers from Andhra Pradesh, so that's the only field which Andhra Pradesh is able to produce. It is not able to produce other scientists or industrialists or entrepreneurs, because the only thing is they know is engineers or doctors. So there are so many other professions which are there and which have come up, and let the child tap those things also. So once the child is not able to get those, clear those IITs, and is a frustrated man. The child, you are killing a child, his interest, and you are disappointing him, and some children commit suicide also in the process of this, not able to take this stressful education as these corporate schools. So slowly I think the importance should shift to other options. So where every child has got a choice, fashion technology, like he become a chartered accountant, he become a yoga teacher, he may become a music director. So let him come out his own talents. So that's very important. So Andhra Pradesh has to shake itself and look at this personal learning as a better tool. See, government is always in the hands of some ministers or some individuals who don't have a complete authority on education. So the government has to leave it to a core committee where there were intellectuals and very important people in the society, and who look at education on a continuous level. Not just because the minister changes, the education system should not change. So that is missing in India, and more so at Andhra Pradesh. Like we see, government of India has thought of introducing common entrance exams, but they have not taken the state governments into confidence. So what's happening? The parents don't know whether to put the child in CBSE or continue in state syllabus, in state boards. So if they make it uniform all across and tell the state boards, yes, it is compulsory, everybody has to be together and a common platform is there, it is very good for the parents. They are very clear, and they will all tune to the CBSE reforms, and they will appreciate. So that continuity is missing in government implementation, and the sincerity and the using of technology. I see very rarely there are so much funds are there allocated for education, but the funds are not going to the right place. In the rural districts particularly, I've seen there is no technology at all. And technology is very much needed in rural areas because there is a shortage of teachers, shortage of quality teachers, and technology, if you have a technology there, sometimes it will replace the teachers. So at least they can see the video lessons and learn something. So that has to be very, very necessary. Like as a social responsibility, what we have done is at Guntur, one of the villages, we have implemented this in a Zilla Parishad school. And shortly the collector is going to inaugurate it. So we have brought that concept. We have adopted one room and made it a digital classroom, and we donated everything right from the hardware to the software. And though it will be a very good gesture from us, and the very good opportunity for the children to utilize it, and for the teachers, they are showing a lot of interest. So it should set an example, and rural areas the technology should go. In the city, somehow they have private tuitions or so many teachers are there, corporate schools are there, but rural thing, technology is the only solution, where a good only graduate is also enough to help them. Parents, I suggest, please value your child's interest, his talent. Don't make him look at marks itself. Suppose if he's not, he may not be a good engineer. Don't worry. He may become a big entrepreneur or a big scientist. So you have to encourage the child in his talent, which he is good at. That's very, very important. The parents have to change their psychology. Parents have to change their temperament. They are the main people. They're expecting a lot from the children, and put a lot of pressure on the children. That's not correct. So they should understand so many other options are there. Engineering and medicine is not the only thing. So many other things are there. And the teachers, the profession is a very good profession. But unfortunately, it is not tapping the right quality teachers. So people who are not getting jobs elsewhere are coming into education. So knowledgeable people and who are professional people should enter into teaching profession. It should not be a last resort for any employment. It should be well paid, and it should be very much respected. Then I think the cream of the society, instead of becoming engineers or doctors, some people will also come into teaching profession. Then I think it will do a lot of good to the society and for the children. Otherwise, if the teachers are not qualified, not knowledgeable, what they will teach the children? So that's a very, very important area. And the teaching screening also, like we see the selection of teachers as done on distant education also. Teachers, my personal suggestion is it should be a practical oriented, full-time regular teaching B.Ed course, not a distant course, because here it doesn't work. Like can you give a doctor a distant doctor's degree? You can't do, because he has to have practical experience. Teachers also similarly have to have the practical experience to take care of education and teach children. So we should solely remove this distance education and make very thorough training centers. And ongoing training is essential for the teachers. That's what I feel.